everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome to Tension Release Thursday, where we'll be spending the next 60 minutes practicing intermediate Yin Yoga. So we're going to go ahead and get started by lying on our mat, coming into reclined bound angle pose. So go ahead and lie back on your back and bring your soles of the feet into touch. And bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your lower belly and close your eyes. We'll begin to focus on our breath here. Our inhales and our exhales. Begin to feel your chest rise and fall. Begin to feel the belly rise and fall. Inhale and exhale. Continue with your natural breath, feeling the air enter through your nostrils. Then feeling it exit through your nostrils. Continue to feel your breath. On the next inhale, feel your belly rise. Then the ribs expand. And finally, your chest lifts. Coming to the top of the breath below your throat. On the exhale, the breath leaves your chest. Ribs fall, belly contracts. Continue with your breath, feeling all three parts of the breath, and think to yourself, belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly. Repeat this breath cycle pattern 3 more times on your own. With your third exhale, begin to feel the breath as a wave coming up from your belly and rising to the top of the breath. Beneath your throat, hold this breath for 2 counts. Then let the breath go in a wave from the chest out your belly. Continue with this wave-like breath, rolling in and up, then counting to 2 and rolling out like a tide. Feel the fluidity of the breath. Feel the complete cycle of the breath. Focus only on the breath. Finish a final cycle of the breath. And after the complete exhale, return to your natural breath. Feel calmness in the breath. Feel ease. Feel steadiness. Rest here in the peaceful silence for just a few more moments. When you are ready, you may open your eyes and release your hands back down to the mat. Go ahead and close your legs and come on up into tabletop pose. We're going to do cat-cows, flowing with our breath. And we're going to do 3 minutes of cat-cows. So we're going to inhale, drop our belly, arching our spine and looking forward. And we're going to exhale, sucking our belly in, bringing our chin towards our chest and rounding our back. And you're going to flow with your breath for 3 minutes. Take this time to slow down. Slow down from your day and really pay attention to how your body's feeling. We got about another minute here before we'll transition into our first pose, held pose. And now, when you're ready, please keeping your legs, your knees in line with your hips, go ahead and exhale and walk your hands forward. We're coming into puppy dog pose. So we're going to walk our elbows forward and place our chin and forehead down onto the mat. You can bring your hands into prayer position behind your neck. And we're going to hold there for 3 minutes, focusing on our breath. Remember to relax your shoulders, release them down your back. We've got about another minute here before we transition. Pay attention to where your thoughts are right now. Are you being kind to yourself? Just notice. When you are ready, please plant your hands back down onto the mat and walk them back in towards your body. So you can bring your chest up. We're coming into a child's pose here. So go ahead and bring your hips down onto your heels. Take an inhale here and find length in your spine. And when you're ready, go ahead and exhale, bringing your chest down to rest onto your thighs and your arms beside you, palms up, forehead down on the mat. And we're going to rest here for 3 minutes. Remember to focus on your breath. We've got about another minute here before we transition into our next pose. When you are ready, please go ahead and plant your hands on the mat so that you can raise yourself up. We're going to be coming into Sphinx Pose here, so go ahead and extend out onto your mat, laying on your belly, legs out behind you. Bring your elbows in, line with your shoulders. Go ahead and press into your palms and your pelvis, and gaze is forward, coming into a slight back bend in your back, coming into Sphinx Pose. And we're going to hold here for 3 minutes. Bring a soft smile to your face here. All is well in the world. Got about 30 seconds here before we go into our next pose. When you are ready, please go ahead and exhale everything down onto the mat, bringing your arms parallel to the top of the mat and resting your forehead down on your arms. And we'll take about a minute there to counter what we just did. All right, when you're ready, you may want to grab a block to rest your forehead on the next one. We're coming into lizard pose here. So coming up onto our forearms here and coming up onto our feet into plank pose. Take a breath cycle here. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your left foot up to meet your hands, in between your hands. We're going to come down, actually bring that foot to the outside of your hands because we're coming down onto our forearms here. And this is where you might want the block to support your head. And we're just going to hold here for 2 minutes. Remember to focus on your breath. This could be a tough one, but I know you can do it. We only got about 40 seconds here. Only about 10 seconds. All right, go ahead and release down onto the mat. Bring your front leg to meet your back leg and come to lie down into alligator pose. Hands parallel to the top edge of your mat, forehead, rest it down. We're going to hold there for just a minute before we set ourselves up to do that on the other side. All right, when you're ready, let's go ahead and set ourselves up for the other side. So keeping our, coming up into plank, a forearm plank. We're going to inhale our foot up. Whew, if I could, I'm a little tight in my hips today. You want to make sure that your ankle is in line with your knee. And you can rest your forehead down on the block. And we're going to hold there for 2 minutes. We only have about another minute. I know you can do it. You got it. Remember to focus on your breath. Allow it to carry you through this time. Be your anchor, your guide. About 20 seconds. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and release everything down onto the mat. Carefully bringing your leg back to meet your other leg. Go ahead and lie down. Arms parallel to the top of the mat. Head on, resting on your arms. Coming into alligator, where we'll rest for just a minute. All right, when you're ready, please go ahead and press into your hands to come up onto your knees so that you can come up and bring your hips to rest on your heels. We're coming into child's pose here, but it's going to be an active child's pose. We're going to be bringing our hands towards the right. So go ahead and take an inhale here to find length in your spine. And exhale, we're going to do a wide child's pose this time. So open your legs as wide as the mat, big toes behind you to touch. You're going to walk your hands forward on an exhale and bring them over to the right. Coming into a small twist on the right side. We're going to hold this for 4 minutes. Remember to focus on your breath. Here. All right, when you're ready, please walk your hands back in towards your body to sit yourself up. We're going to come to sit on our bottom here to do some windshield wipers to counter that before we do that on the other side. So go ahead and sit on your bottom and just bring your knees back and forth like windshield wipers. We'll do that for about a minute. Good. Okay, now when you are ready, let's go ahead and set ourselves up to do that on the left side. So come back up onto our knees, opening our knees as wide as our mat is, our big toes behind us, touching. Inhaling to find length in our spine. We will exhale and walk our hands over to the left, coming into a small side bend on the left, forehead resting on the mat. We will hold there for 4 minutes. Other side. You are ready, please walk your hands back in towards your body. Come to sit on your bottom. And let's do some windshield wipers to counter. Whew. All right, now when you're ready, come up onto your knees into a kneeling position. We're coming into hero's pose here. So we're going to take an inhale to find length in our spine here. And then we're going to exhale and we're just going to sit our bottom back onto our heels, keeping our spine erect. Gaze is forward. Palms can be resting on your thighs. And we're going to hold here for 4 minutes. Focusing on our breath. Try to extend our shoulders from side to side, allowing our shoulder blades to release and drop. about another minute here. Really pay attention to how your mind and body feels in this pose. Can you release anywhere that doesn't need to be tense? Maybe your jaw or your forehead. All right, when you are ready, please come to lay on your back, on your mat. We're coming into banana pose here. So go ahead and bump your hips out to the left and walk your feet over to the right side of the mat. Inhale to lift your hands over your head and exhale to bend over to the right. To make it slightly a little more intense, you could bring your left leg over top of your left ankle over top of your right ankle. And we're gonna hold there for 4 minutes. Trying to make sure our left shoulder is still pressed into the mat. Same with our left hip. And release and soften here. Allow your body to just sink into the mat in this pose. You can interlace your fingers here if you want to, or you can just keep your fingertips touching. Whatever feels good for you here. Got about a minute here before we roll. Do this on the other side. Alright, please release your hands back down to your side. If you took that bind, please untwist your left ankle from your right and walk your feet back to the middle of the mat. You can bring your legs up here and let's windshield wiper those legs here. Remember what we just did. When you're ready, please go ahead and bump your right hip out to the side, to the right side. Walk your feet over to the left side of your mat. Keeping your right hip grounded into the mat, please extend your arms up over your head. And then exhale, bending over to the left. And you can take that extra bind here if you want to intensify this pose by placing your right ankle on top of your left ankle. And we're going to hold here for 4 minutes. Try to keep that right hip and left shoulder grounded into the mat. Another minute here before we'll release from this pose. All right, when you're ready, please go ahead and release your hands back down to the mat. You took that bind, untwist the right ankle from the left, and walk your feet back into the mat. Go ahead and plant the soles of your feet on the mat and let's windshield wiper those legs, countering what we just did. And then on an inhale, please bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug here. Rock back and forth for a minute. Take a couple breaths here. When you're ready, please exhale, releasing your knees over to the right, extending your arms out into a T, coming into a twist to the right. Gaze is up at the ceiling or over to the left. And we're going to hold here for just 2 minutes. Your knees back into your chest and give yourself a hug here. Rock back and forth. That feels good to you. Take a moment. And then when you are ready, please exhale your knees over to the left. Arms open into a T. Gaze can either be up ahead at the ceiling or over to the right. And we're going to hold here for 2 minutes. Got about another minute here. before we will release into our final resting pose, Shavasana. When you are ready, please inhale your knees back into your chest. And give yourself a hug here. If that feels good, rock back and forth. And when you are ready, you can go ahead and extend your legs out on the mat, releasing everything into Shavasana. Arms beside you, palms up or down, whatever's comfortable for you here. And you can go ahead and close your eyes. As we settle into Shavasana today, allow yourself to relax here, releasing any and all tension, feeling held by your mat. This feeling of centeredness, grounded, and ease become available to you anytime you're willing to just let go and welcome release. We'll rest here for just a few more minutes in blissful silence and peace before ending today's session with a mindfulness meditation. Now, remaining as you are, come back to your breath here. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Take a moment to hear the sound of your breath. Take time to focus on the sensations that arise. Whatever happened before or whatever is going to happen, try to let it all go. focus on this present moment and reinforce your intention to find inner peace. If any thoughts cross your mind, allow them. Don't reject them. Instead, become a spectator and observe them without judgment. Just notice them with detachment and awareness of the present moment. Take another deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let all things go. Start to listen to the sound of your breath and relax your body even more. In a deeper, more intimate way. Continue to notice the sound of your breath and focus on your inner sensations, noticing how you really feel. Honor and recognize your body and soul. Using a breath you can hear, listen to the sound of your breath. And again, whatever comes up, keep noticing it and just let it go. Bring your focus back to the sound of your breath. Soothing and calming down like the sound of the ocean. Use the imaginary waves of this ocean to wash away all of your worries, your thoughts, and your anxieties. Take time now to come back to your natural breath. Breathe at your own pace, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Stay here in this present moment for just a few more moments. Now, coming back into your body here, becoming aware of your surroundings, keeping your eyes closed, please bring your hands into prayer position at your heart. Thank yourself for showing up today, for remaining mindfully present in the moment, for staying grounded and focused on yourself and your body. Your body thanks you also. And as we end today's practice, I offer you one last thing, a mantra for peace, harmony, and happiness. Unto heaven, may there be peace. Peace in the skies and peace on earth. May all the waters and plants know peace. May the great trees of the forest and the universe know peace. May there be peace, happiness, and wholeness for all. Om Shanti 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 Om. I hope today's session has brought you peace, love, and happiness. Thank you for allowing me to practice with you today. Namaste.